So our story starts with me running into the SRP server, trying to get on quickly because I realized there's only 4 minutes left until they close entries. So, desperately at about 11 or 12 PM, I'm rushing into the SRP server, joining the game and getting the car. Now for this race there are a specific list of vehicles you're allowed to get. To prevent anyone spawning in Bugatti and driving off into the distance, everyone had to have some sort of SUV, whether that was the new 2022 Tahoe, 2021 Tahoe, Humvee. I'm not here to list every SUV that was in the competition, however there are about 7 or 8 SUVs you could choose from. So me being me, I decided to spawn in the fastest of these SUVs. Bear in mind there was only a couple miles an hour difference between them, however I do kind of like the design on the 2022 Tahoe that ERLC recently implemented, so I decided to go and spawn it in and just changed a bit of the customization as well in the garage before heading over to Springfield and getting lost. Yes, I did actually get lost on the way there. The map of the racetrack was posted a day before the actual event, however, well, I thought it was in a different place. I didn't look very closely at the map and, well, I thought it was in the housing suburbs, whereas it was actually in Springfield, so yeah, I got pretty confused and I got a bit lost, but I managed to find my way with some help of a couple of friends which were in the server. So, making my way over, I accidentally went in the wrong entrance and got turned around by an officer, informing me that I had minutes left to go to the start line and line up and register my vehicle. So quickly, I did a little U-turn with the help of the officer and headed down Riverside Drive to the start.
Okay.
Late applicant.
Red car, identify yourself, please. OMB. Oh,
Yeah, one coming to you, Jake.
it is. Hello, OMB. If you're interested in racing, please pull next to the blue vehicle and back in. Tight on time here, he says. Time for bed for you. Can't talk too loudly.
Yes, that was indeed true. That's why most of the audio here is voice-overed and not recorded at the time, otherwise I would have woken up my entire neighborhood. Anyways, we lined up and I quickly had a look around at the other cars. Seemed a lot of other people had gone with the Tahoes, either 2021 or 2022 editions, so it was quite an even race in terms of our vehicles.
Kind of outline of it, it's in department announcements, so it can give you an idea. And we're going to do a practice run. When you go into the race, you'll start at the 2 cones. I'll be over there. Deputies will be shuffling you over there so we can get you in and out and practice it. And when you guys are going through the cones, you need to look for the 2 cones on each side of the path there. Once you're going through that, you know you're in the right spot. When you make corners, don't cut through. If you cut through, you're going to be disqualified from the end of the race. Timed, so you all aren't going at the same time. It's a timed race. I'm timing all of you guys. So that's why registering you was important, so we know what vehicle you're in.
After explaining some of the basic rules and information about the track and circuit, everyone started going. It was a 1-by-1 procession down to the start line for a practice run of the track. I was actually planning on practicing a couple laps of the track beforehand earlier that day, but I just completely forgot and ran out of time.
Alright,
You're good to go, sir.
whenever you're ready.
The red Ford is the last one here.
Yeah,
That
that's
is all
awesome,
good.
bro.
If you can line up at the start-finish line, that'd be wonderful. Thank you very much. Right,
Yep.
when then shot it says, go for it.
So we were off, and it wasn't the best start. As you can see, I clipped the cone and then kind of ran into one of the tall skinny barriers there, so wasn't the best start for me. Definitely noted down that I should have a wider line going into the first corner, but the rest of the lap wasn't too bad. I took it quite slow and steady. I didn't want to draw too much attention to myself and get myself disqualified from the race for speeding off the track or whatnot, but made a couple notes about where to brake on the corners, where the best lines were, and then came back to the finish. After that, we parked back up and got ready for the timed lap.
Okay,
Just
everyone.
go through and verify your plates, and then we'll get ready for the race. Any questions?
Silverado, you can get going.
Actually, we can start two at a time, so the second one can pull up. You can
you
line up. You can line up, but you don't get a running start. Come over here.
So now it's pretty much a waiting game. I was at the end of the queue because I checked in about a minute before the closing time, but now I was just waiting until I get called up. During my wait, I believe there was 2 instances on track, one at the last corner where someone just went way too fast into the barrier and slammed their car into the plastic barriers there, and the second one I believe was through the cornfields, a mini chicane almost, basically where they just clipped one of the corners and pretty much spun out, I guess.
You two to the stop sign. Where the stop sign for me? And the red Ford Expedition.
I'm V whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, Expedition. You're ready. And then last but not least can line up.
So here we go, starting our lap. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Onto our lap. Now, not the best start. We sort of clipped that cone again. I have a tendency of hitting the apex like really hard on the first corner. Then the next corner, I guess you could call it the second corner, was pretty good, as well as the third corner heading down, and the second last car was just finishing in front of me through the mini chicane, as I call it, nearly hitting off the cornfields but managing to not, and then onto the last straight down to the finish line.
Ooh, I think the last but not least might have won it.
Ooh.
That isn't even right. That was not.
Intensity.
Doesn't go that low. So we'll be releasing the results here shortly. You guys are all free to go. Are there any questions about the race? Any safety concerns about your vehicles? Let DOT know we have them on scene in case you need a tow out of here. If you want to run another lap, you can stay put. We can do that quickly.
As expected, I stayed for another lap, just having a bit of fun driving around the track. Honestly, a really fun circuit, to be fair. I thought it looked pretty small at first, but I honestly preferred that over a massive track that spanned the entire city. Now, the events were then posted on the SRP Discord shortly after, and well, good news came my way. Yes, indeed, I was the fastest person on the track today, 29.9 seconds. Honestly, was not really expecting to win that, especially with my not so great start. And then the runner-up in second place was Whatman Jr., so congratulations, and only 5900th of a second behind me. So, congratulations, really fun event. I'll have the links in the description if you'd like to go and join. And please do let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. Quick side note as well, the Halloween update in ERLC is dropping one day from this video, and this entire farmland does look like it will be covered in some sort of maze, pumpkin patch, and more. So stay tuned to the channel for update videos on that. Have a great day and I'll see you next one.